So what we did today is that we talked about knife crimes, what's the cause of it, and how do we prevent these things from ever happening. So first off, we talked about like what is the cause of knife crimes, and what I personally think is that people bring knives to school just to protect themselves because they don't think maybe they're not safe around the neighborhood or such, and they just want to bring a knife so they can protect themselves. And second of all, it makes them look cool. Like if they bring a knife, it makes them look cool. And sometimes like knife crime could actually happen in a gang. Like they have no other choice. Like they have to do some possibly dirty deeds. Like if they don't have money, they're gonna have to rob um, and such if they're having problems. And also the cause of knife crimes is social media. Like they must have seen it somewhere from media such as Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and they decide to do the same. And some they also bring knife to school um, to like probably maybe it's because like maybe they're going through something at home, like with their parents. Maybe they're like it's something to do with the way they are, the way they act, their attitude, and maybe it has something to do with the way they've been raised at home, their parents, and like maybe they could be targeted. Like for example, maybe if they could get bullied at school, maybe they bring a knife just to protect them, like I said earlier. So yeah, and it's probably like maybe their lifestyle, like that's what they do and such, and um, money influence. Like if they want money, then they also gonna have to rob people. Like they have to bring a knife and threaten them in order to give them the, in order for them to give them the money. So yeah. And the second thing we talked about is preventions, like how we could stop this. Um, how can we stop people from bringing knives to school or doing such terrible things with them? And what I clearly said that what we discussed as a group that we all agreed to is that maybe if someone could talk about what's been happening to students or such as teenagers, like they were murdered, they were stabbed by a knife. A lot of them happened last week, and um, yeah, and they could maybe other schools could finally see how bad bringing a knife is and how dangerous it is, and convince them not to bring a knife. And um, yeah, or they could actually. And my idea was that maybe they could go to a therapy, like get some therapy lessons, talk about their problems, because if they're being nice, then maybe they have a problem, like um, maybe their life is not going as well. So maybe they like need help. So like I said, they could go to therapy or go to a therapist and talk about their feelings and their problems and make them stop like bringing knives to school because um, a lot of a lot of teenagers about my age, about 16 over, um, was stabbed a few weeks ago. A lot of them were stabbed, and we actually also discussed that mostly it was the black men people because because racism and such, and yeah, that's what we discussed from Friday, and that's it.